Hello everyone, welcome back to in this new video. Today's topic is NCA exam syllabus breakdown. Let's begin with the something very important, understanding why the NCA syllabus feels overwhelming to most students. When students first look at the syllabus, it often appears short and manageable. But the reality is very different. Each subject contains multiple layers legal principle, important doctrine, leading case laws, and application based analysis. This is not a memorization exam. NCA is designed to test whether you can understand Canadian legal reasoning and apply law to practical situation. That is why many students struggle. They read topics super specially, memorize definition, and assume open book exam will be easy. But the examiner are testing depth of understanding, not just familiarity with terms. So the key is smart preparation is not reading randomly. The key is breaking the syllabus into manageable system, understanding patterns, and focusing on application. Now let's talk about the first major subject, Foundation of Canadian Law. This subject is extremely important because it helps you understand how the Canadian legal system actually works. Think of this as a subject as the foundation of all other NCA subjects. Here's your study the common law system, the structure of the constitution, how court function, sources of law, and the basic of indigenous legal traditions. Now, many students make a mistake here. They try to memorize everything, but examiner are not looking for memorized theory. They want to see whether you understand how the legal system operate and how different situation interact. So your focus should be conceptual understanding, not information overload. If your function is strong, the rest of your NCA preparation becomes much easier. Next become comes the next comes on the most challenging subject for many students, Canadian constitution law. This subject is highly analytical and heavily depend on case law application. The main areas include division of power, federalization, federalism, the Charter of Right and Freedom, and judicial review. Now, here's why students struggle. This subject certain multiple legal tests and balancing approaches. You are not simply learning rules, you are learning how courts analyze constitutional problems. For example, in charter question, you may need to apply property nationality, analyze and justify limitation or on rights. So, success in this subject depends heavily on structure and application. Many students actually know the law but lost marks because they cannot organize their answers properly. That's why IRAC and clear legal reasoning become extremely important here. Now let's move to criminal law, one of the most application heavy subject in NCA. The core area usually include actus reas, mens reas, defense, homicide, assault, and criminal liability. What makes this subject interesting is that exam questions are usually built around detailed factual scenarios. One question may certain multiple legal issues at the same time. For example, intent, causation, self-defense, and liability may all appear together. So the examiner want to see whether you can identify issue quickly and apply legal principle logically. This is where many students make a mistake. They spend too much time explaining theory and not enough time applying it to the fact. But in criminal law, application carries most of the marks. So Your answer should always focus on analyzing the fact carefully. Now let's talk about administration law, a subject many beginner initially find confusion. Why? Because the concepts are more abstract compared to traditional law subjects. Here's your study: judicial review, procedural fairness, reasonableness, administrative tribunals, and standard of review. Students often struggle because many legal tests appear similar on the surface, but the key is understanding the framework behind them. Administrative law is less about memorization and more about understanding decision making process. A very practical strategy is this subject is using flowchart and structured framework. Once you understand the sequence of analysis, the subject becomes much more manageable. So, don't try to memorize isolated rules. Focus on understanding how court review administrative decisions step by step. Now, let's discuss professional responsibility. Many students consider this an easier subject, but that assumption can sometimes be dangerous. This subject focus on lawyer ethics, client confidentiality, conflict of interest, duties toward client, and duties toward the court. The interesting thing here is that the exam is not just testing legal rules, it is testing professional judgment. You may receive practical ethical scenarios where multiple duties conflict with each other. For example, what happen when client confidentiality conflict with public safety? So your reason becomes very important. Student often lose marks not because they don't know the rules, but because their analysis is too superficial. If prepared properly, this can actually become a high scoring subject. Now, apart from the core subject, many students also receive additional subject depending on their academic background. There are include contract, tort, property law, evidence, business organization, or family law. Now, it's very important to understand why the subject are assigned. NCA assigned them when it identify gap in your previous legal education. For example, if your transcript show weak or missing coverage in property law, you may receive that subject. So, subject assigned is not random. It reflect equivalency gap between your education and a Canadian JD program. This is why two students from different universities may receive different number of subjects. Finally, let's talk about the smartest way to study the NCA syllabus. The wrong approach is try to study everything equal. That create confusion, overload, and poor retention. The right approach is strategic preparation. Step 1: identify 5 frequency topic from past paper. Step 2: focus on understanding core legal principles. Step 3: practical practice apply those principles using IRAC. And step 4: regular solve past exam questions. Your study order should always be concept first, then case, then application, and finally answer writing. And remember this final insight: the NCA syllabus becomes manageable when you stop seeing it as a hug list of topics and start understanding the patterns behind it. That shift change your entire preparation experience. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thousands of lawyers and law graduates dream of becoming a licensed lawyer in Canada. They want to practice in Canadian court, work as a solicitor or barrister, build an international legal career. People from countries like India, Philippines, Singapore, Australia, UK, Europe, and many more apply through the NCA pathway. But here's the reality: most students waste months of time, thousands of dollars in reattempt fees, and a lot of energy because they don't understand how NCA exam actually work. NCA stand for the National Committee on Accreditation. If you complete your law degree outside Canada and want to become a licensed lawyer in Canada, you usually need to complete the NCA process. NCA process includes subject like constitution law, criminal law, administrative law, professional responsibility, foundation of Canadian law, and sometime additional subject depending on your profile. One of the biggest benefit of NCA is that you can build an international legal career and even become a dual licensed lawyer. Our NCA exam preparation program is designed to help students prepare strategically and confidently. Here's what you will get inside the course: 100-hour plus live sessions, weekends live classes, 6 to 8 hour weekly interactive sessions, complete study material, recorded lectures, access IRAC answer writing training, past paper solving, mock test and evaluation, personalized strategy, and mentorship. We don't just teach law, we teach how to think like a Canadian legal professional, how to write high scoring answers, how to approach open book exam properly, how to avoid common mistake like cause failure. Our goal is simple: reduce confusion, improve exam performance, help student avoid unnecessary reattempts. If you are serious about becoming a lawyer in Canada, start with proper strategy and structured preparation from day one. Registration deadline is 30 May. Class start from 15 June. Registration link is available description and comment box. Check the description and comment box for registration.